Good evening. This is Facebook Love number 288. We are in the week when the pandemic started 2 years ago. And I keep thinking about all that, but I'm really preoccupied and full of dread as well as hope for the people of Ukraine right now. It's not that there aren't awful things happening all the time in the world. This one just feels particularly terrible. I have two poems for you today. The first one is by Naomi Shihab titled Making a Fist. There is a quote at the beginning of the poem from another writer, and it says, "We forget that we are all dead men, conversing with dead men." George Louis Borges, or Borges, not sure on that. Making a Fist. For the first time on the road north of Tampico, I felt the life sliding out of me, a drum in the desert, harder and harder to hear. I was 7. I lay in the car, watching palm trees swirl a sickening pattern past the glass. My stomach was a melon split wide inside my skin. "How do you know if you are going to die?" I begged my mother. We had been traveling for days. With strange confidence, she answered, "When you can no longer make a fist." Years later, I smile to think of that journey, the borders we must cross separately, stamped with our unanswerable woes. I who did not die, who am still living, still lying in the back seat, behind all my questions, clenching and opening one small hand. Making a Fist by Naomi Shihab. She just turned 70. Here's another. This one is titled Bread by W.S.Merwin. He wrote this poem for Wendell Berry. Each face in the street is a slice of bread, wandering on, searching. Somewhere in the light, the true hunger appears to be passing them by. They clutch. Have they forgotten the pale caves they dreamed of hiding in? Their own caves, full of the waiting of their footprints, hung with the hollow marks of their groping, full of their sleep and their hiding. Have they forgotten the ragged tunnels they dreamed of following in out of the light? To hear step after step, the heart of bread, to be sustained by its dark breath and emerge, to find themselves alone before a wheat field, raising its radiance to the moon. That poem is titled Bread. It's from 1993 by W.S.Merwin. This 2 years since we went home to shelter in place. We're not quite at the actual day, but we're getting there. What we thought for the first few weeks, what we thought even for the first few months, what we know now. What I've learned by going back and reading about other pandemics and other things that have happened in our health and society, and we've just about followed the same pattern that humans do. The denial, the fighting, the belief versus unbelief, all of that, the political unrest in the face of it. And to think that we just are coming out of the worst of that, and now we are in such a strange and uneasy time with warfare. And I think that we Western people, especially in liberal democracies like this one, I think for a long time we thought that was over for us, that would be something that happened away. And now it feels awfully close. But I have cautious optimism, as I always do. This is Facebook Love. I'll see you again. Bye.